What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be installing a new dirt tire on the rear and taking that old one off and putting it on the front, and then we're going to put new brake rotor on and new brake pads. Let's get into it. Before we get into the video, please like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. Let's go. In this box we have the brand new tire, so let's get it open. There it is, the brand new dirt tire for the rear tire. Alright, and now let's get this tire unfolded. And just like that, you have the dirt tire. And here we have the brand new rotor and the brake pads. This is going to be a floating rotor. Very nice. And we got the tire unfolded. So once we have all these, we have to flip the bike upside down.
I'm on. Like we on here. Fuck. I'm on. They got me on. Alright. Fuck.
Alright, and now I got the bike flipped upside down. We got to take off the rear wheel and the front wheel. The first thing you got to do is get an Allen wrench and unscrew this bolt right here. Should be usually connected to the fender, but I removed my rear fender, so I just remove it.
I'm on. They got me on. Alright. Fuck. I'm on like that. I'm on. Fuck.
Next thing you want to do is take off this cap, and then you want to take a wrench and start loosening this bolt.
Fuck. You gonna catch me outside. You gonna fucking see me. I know you done changed.
Next thing you want to do is unplug the motor wire, just like that. Then after you unplug the motor wire, you're gonna want to loosen up the other side. So for this side, it's pretty much the same thing. You're gonna want to loosen this bolt right here with an Allen key, and then you're gonna want to loosen this bolt with a wrench. Now the next thing you want to do is take your chain and take it off the rail like that. And then have it hanging off to the side like that. And now you should be able to take the motor out of the bike. Okay, so some of you might also have this problem like me, but essentially the axle starts spinning out and like the swing arm is kind of stripped. So what I have to do is tighten my wrench around the axle and then give it a little pull that way. And now I should be able to pull the wheel right out. Just like that, I got the wheel right out of the bike. I'm gonna put it right here for now. Make sure that motor wire is not smashed. Go over here, grab some old tires. Love to see them. Right there on the ground. Put this baby right on top. Boom. The front wheel is a lot easier with the quick release system. All you have to do is loosen it. Mine was super loose. That's probably a little bit concerning, but you know, whatever. You loosen this, John. And just like this, hold on. Axle comes out. Put that on the ground. Make sure you don't lose anything. Wheel pops right off. Now that I have the wheels taken off the bike, the first thing I'm going to do is take off the two rotors, and then I'm going to deflate the tires, switch the tires, and then I'm going to put the new rotors on, put the new brake pads on. Should be good to go. To remove the rotor, all you have to do is break loose all of these screws. Make sure you guys do it in a star pattern so you don't bend the rotor, and you should be good.
I just need a reason. My music playing Spain, I'm just fucking speaking. Nigga see you in that range, nigga leave you leaking. Lil Twin ain't insane.
Once you get all the bolts off the rotor just comes right off.
I can't get too happy for tonight. I just might burn my blessing. And I only put on black shit. Only need a
grab the brand new floating rotor. This floating rotor will be linked in the description, so you guys can go buy it. It's only like 20 bucks. When taking the rotor out of the package, make sure you don't touch your fingers on any of the silver part and only the black part. And then put it onto the bike like that, and you're going to want to screw it in the star pattern. I'll show you guys how. Alright, now I got the rotor placed onto the wheels, so now I just got to get the screws placed into the rotor. Looks sick.
Take a second. You can't get revived when you get hit with this Mac 11. I thought your spread was on your arm. Why you pull out chrome? I just smoked that spot. They that take with a smoker alarm. I just posted a drop. Told her op, come and spin a car. Niggas pillow talk and cop lock, but they don't make it far. Anything could be easy in your life. You just make it hard. I can't even sleep.
And essentially the benefits to a floating rotor, aside to a normal rotor, is that when the rotor gets hot, the part that's going to warp is going to be only the silver part, so the black part's going to stay the same. So essentially your rotor shouldn't be warping, but I will test that out. Okay, now that we got the screws started into the rotor, what we have to do is take the Allen, tighten them down in a star pattern, just like so. With the first one, don't tighten it down a lot, so then it's not putting a ton of pressure. With the second one, don't tighten it down a lot either. You're going to go back in and tighten them down a lot more.
You got pain in your fucking heart. She can't even sleep. She got pain in her fucking heart. I just put a spread with a spread. I just made it more. Told you 85. For that 7, you gave me 84. Where the fuck you reside? We gon' mail it. Push shots to your door. I just smoke that Zot. I be geek. I be fucking cooking. I ain't never gonna get my regular life back. Too many fucking bookings. I just put on black. I attack. You ain't even looking.
Now that they're all in there decently tight, I'm going to go in their same pattern and go a little bit tighter.
Look inside the mirror, I jump back, I just seen a boogie. Niggas ain't need that, they just act, they be really rookies. Over here your fake car bad, your fake car bad. Over here my fake car straight, my fake car good. Nigga ain't help me run out no pay, but it's all good.
Just like that, the rotor is on the wheel, should be good to go. Now let's change the tires. I really should have changed the tire before I put on the rotor, but now I got to be very careful of the rotor on there. So let's hope I don't bend this rotor. Anyways, the first thing you want to do when replacing the tire is take off the valve stem cap, and then you're going to want to use something like this or something, just maybe like a tool or your finger, just to let out a lot of air. If you hear that, that is the bead unbeading, I believe. A little bit. Okay. Seems like we have enough air out of the tire. Now, what I'm probably going to do is take off this rotor so I don't bend it at all. And then I'll get back to it. But what we got to do is take off the tire. And I'll show you guys how to do that. Alright, now how to get the tire off is literally, I just use my fingers and my hands. I got to let some more air out. But try to just get the bead off the tire. It's pretty easy. Now, once I let out a lot more air, it's super easy to just take off the first side of this tire. Just get your finger in there. And keep spinning it. Getting the tire off. Boom. Got that first side of the tire off. So now what I'm going to do is take out the tube. All I have to do is take the valve stem out. And that tube comes right out super easily. Make sure you don't put on anything dangerous. All right, now you have the tire just like this. All you have to do is like bend it and then boom, just like that. Super easy, comes right off. Replacing a tire on a Q20 is probably one of the easiest things you can do. It takes me about 30 minutes. Basically what we're going to do, exactly like how we took it off, we're going to put it on, put one side on, put the tube in, put the other side on. Quite simple. Let me show you all. Just like this, you put the tire down, then get a whole wheel, get your wheel, put it in. This is the tricky part, but you got to use your fingers. It might hurt a little bit, but to get this pushed over and like essentially just got to get this side of the tire over the rim of the wheel. This is a method that you could try too, taking this tire, trying to get the whole thing over at once, just pulling it, gets it over slightly. You could also do this with tools and it would be a whole lot easier, but I'm just showing you guys how to do it with your hands and some time. And if you look, we're getting really close actually, so just keep trying to push it. There we go, just like that, pops right over. Now let's put it back onto the stack, just like that. And then let's get the tube. Now that you got your tube, still has a lot of air in it, so we're gonna deflate it a lot more. That should be good. All right, now once you have your tube pretty limp like this, you're gonna wanna put it into the tire with the valve stem going in first. So we gotta find that hole right here for me. So I'm gonna wanna put the tire in like this. The valve stem fed into that hole. Just like that. Once you got it like that, you get your hold of the rest of your tire and tuck it into that wheel. And just like that, your tube is in your tire. If you need to replace a tube, that's exactly how you would do it. It's very easy on this bike. Now what you're gonna wanna do is get the second bead to go into the wheel. So just get it to start like this. And this should be pretty easy as well. Boom, just like that, your tire, tube, everything all installed. All you have to do is inflate it. Let me go grab my air compressor. I'll be right back. We got the air compressor. This will also be linked in the description. Got this for Christmas, but it is a very good buy. Very worth it if you guys need something on the side of the road or just going on a ride out. If you're just scared of getting a flat, this can always help you get home. Now, once you got the air compressor, turn it on. Just hold this down. Boom. Put it on. And you guys know how to fill a tire. So with this tire, the tire says to inflate to 40, but the tube only inflates to 20. So I'm going to inflate it to about 18, 19 and see how it goes. Make sure the whole bead is in so the tire will actually seal on. Got the valve stem cap put back on. Now I'm going to put the rotor on and then put the old dirt tire on the front wheel, which will be the same exact process, so I'm not going to film that. And then put it all onto the bike. And I got to replace the brake pads first before I put it onto the bike. Alright, it's been a minute. I got the front tire replaced and put onto the bike. It looks pretty nice. Dirty, but pretty nice. Basically, these pads are kind of cooked. They have a little bit of life, but I'm going to replace them still. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, but the first thing we want to do is make this pin straight. Alright, so I just used some pliers like that to make the pin straight, and then the pin should just slide right out like that. And then I believe, what is it? This comes out this way? Yeah. Now we got the pads out. Yeah, these things definitely cooked. Definitely cooked. You can see the difference between like when I got them and now, and that's not good. All I have to do is get your new brake pads and just put them on pretty much exactly how I took them off. Okay, so personally, I don't know how to do brake pads the best, so I'm going to link a video in the description on how to replace your brake pads. That will be a lot more in-depth and better than me doing it. But I'm going to replace the brake pads, get the rear wheel put onto the bike, and then show you guys the finished product when we're all done. Kind of forgot to film, but I got the rear wheel onto the bike. Just got to tighten it down now. Literally just exactly how I took it off is how I put it on. Super simple, super easy. I'm going to tighten it down, plug it in, and then go on a little ride probably. Alright, I got the back wheel on and the front wheel on, so all I gotta do is clean up the garage a little bit and then flip over the bike, and I should be good. I don't know where we left off in the video, but it's all done. I got the brand new tire put on the back and the floating rotor with the new brake pads. The brakes were a bit of a challenge, but I got it all set. Yeah, Bike looks beautiful. I really like the dirt tire in the front. That looks like really good in my opinion. All the links are going to be in the description, so if you guys want to buy anything, go down there, check it out. Everything will be in there. Besides the front fender, that's a little secret. Not really sharing that one yet. But besides that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. Peace.